Hello, my name is Henry Graves. Actually, Mr. Graves, I should say. I am going to show you guys today how to do one-step equations. I actually call these one-steppers because it's only one step. Now, to kind of introduce this to you guys, you guys have obviously, if you've been, if you're looking at this, you've been obviously through elementary school, and you had a situation where you had a box, say a box plus 9 equals 11. So essentially you're saying what number, which is the box, is what number plus 9 is 11. You say, okay, well, the way to solve it is to do the opposite of adding 9, which is you would subtract 9 on both sides. Okay? That's the part that you guys have been actually doing. Of course, 11 minus 9 is 2. And my box, whatever that box, that shape, is going to be 2. So if I take the 2 and I plug it back into the actual equation, I know my answer obviously is 2, because 2 plus 9 is 11. Now, don't get freaked out, because that's really how this has always been in math. This process here, where I subtracted the 9, it's called the inverse operation. Okay, an inverse operation simply means I do the opposite term. So if I have inverse of adding, that would be to subtract. And of course, inverse of subtracting is to add. Likewise, inverse of multiplying is to divide, and the inverse of dividing, is to multiply. The easiest way to remember this is you got to think about PEMDAS. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. From left to right, here are your opposites right here. I'm going to circle it in the black. Notice the opposite of multiplying is to divide. Opposite of adding is subtract. That's where these inverse operations come from. Now to make it even more on an easier term, say if I have another example, I have, so I'll say 13 plus blank is equal to 19. Well, now, instead of just doing the blank shapes, I can do a square, I could do a triangle, circle. So I can say 13 plus something equals 19. Now we're going to go in one step extra. We're going to do algebra. So we're going to do 13 plus x equals to 19. Well, to figure out what that 13 plus x is, I'm going to do the inverse in here in green. Opposite of adding is subtracting. But what I do to one side, I do the same to the other side. This process here is actually balancing the equation, because we want to keep things very much balanced when it comes to doing math. Okay, so especially in algebra. So the key to remember, honestly, is to draw a line. And you can see here, I did the balancing, I did to the same concept to both sides of my blue line. And of course, the opposite of adding 13 is to subtract 13. So doing all this math, this cancels out. So x equals 19 minus 13, which is 6. Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys a couple to try. And the key thing I want you guys to know is, first, if you're going to make a mistake, it is fine. It is fine. That is not going to be the end of the world. 13 minus m. 13 minus m. Okay? Figure out what that one is, and we're going to do y plus 24 equals 85. So, again, I would suggest drawing a blue line across everything here. And then you have to remember the words I taught you today. Inverse. What does inverse stand for? Remember, you're going to be doing the opposite of positive 12 and the opposite of positive 24. Okay, that's going to be this video, guys. Please remember, it's one step. Okay, you're only doing one step to solve the answer. I wish you guys have a great day, and if you have any questions, please always feel free to let me know.